Hey folks, how's it going? We're checking out more Black Mirror. Hopefully you guys had a fantastic day. We're on the last episode of season 1 now, just 3 episodes for this season. I do appreciate you guys sending me the links and leaving comments and stuff like that. I received some links for a couple of episode breakdowns. I didn't watch those yet, but I did read the link you guys sent me to a Reddit post where people were having like conversations there, a couple of Reddit posts, and that other I think it was like an article or something about it. Even though the last episode, I enjoyed it and I've kind of had some talking points at the end of the episode. I don't know. I don't really think a ton about it. I didn't really think it was super complex. You know, it's like a dystopian future. They're like powering bikes, and I kind of thought about like how like ads and stuff like that are in your face now, and how they're trying to get a lot more control of your. Everybody's scraping for your attention these days. Companies and stuff like that, they're pulling all your personal information in order to serve ads to you, and they're trying to find the best way possible to force you to look at those ads. Well, serve you the proper ads so you can actually want to look at them, because force you to look at them isn't gonna translate into a sale most likely, because if you don't care, you don't care. But I just kind of looked at it that way, and then of course like him finally finding some level of happiness, and then they've been taken away from him, and then the girl been pressured into that position, like with all the giving her the compliance use, and been pressured because all that on her, like having to choose between cycling the bike the rest of her life or this thing right in the moment without actually having the opportunity to make the decision and having the right amount of time to make a decision that big. I don't really think much outside of that, and I guess us also everything has a price. When he had the glasses neck, almost everything can become content. Everything can be monetized. That's what that you see these days. There's like there's so many different channels. There's so many different podcasts, all that kind of stuff. So almost everything can become like some form of content. There's like an audience for just about everything. So I thought about that a little bit as well. But you guys did send me some articles where like there are people who kind of dove a bit deeper into it, like points that I did miss, and then also conversations people were having about like one of the things that made him stand out above a lot of the other people who were there was the fact that he was hyper aware of what was going on in the world. That's why his speech was so big, and why he ended up having his own show and stuff like that, and why it resonated with so many people, because he was hyper aware of what was going on in the world. He was just very silent about it. He just navigated through life, you know, just trying to get through, like a lot of people navigated through life now, been hyper aware of it. And would life be easier being like the guy who was, you know, next to him watching porno and stuff like that, who was okay with the world being as it was as long as his basic needs were met: food, women. Like, there's a lot of people who navigate through life who are happy with that. And then a lot of those people end up in positions of power as well, because they don't overthink the position. They just go for it. Where people who are actually a lot more qualified and, you know, who will be better for the role, they overthink their qualifications. And that's like when like the Dunning-Kruger thing comes into play, where smart people think they're dumb and dumb people think they're smart, yada, 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 yada. So there was stuff like that you guys sent me as well. I just didn't really think that deep into it, you know? So I did definitely miss some stuff about the episode that was like weaved in there, and I can't remember if that part I read from the Reddit stuff you guys sent me or from the article thing. But yeah, either way, I did enjoy the last episode. I thought it was very entertaining. I thought it was some good stuff. Very depressing. That girl ended up in the adult industry. It just, yeah, she drunk that compliance juice. That was just a really sad ending for her. Luckily, he made it out. They both made it out of cycling on bikes for the rest of her life, but man, I don't know. He's on a podcast, she's doing OnlyFans. It just seems like I just kind of made that connection right now. That seems like the direction a lot of things are doing now. People make that joke now, like men with mics and girls with OnlyFans. That's what seems like what happened, except for she doesn't really have the control over, at least with OnlyFans, girls have control over their content, and they don't have essentially like a pimp or an industry controlling all their content and their money. So that sucks. Like, she's stuck in this industry. But yeah, it was a depressing ending, and yeah, for both of them, because he, like you said, they took away the one piece of joy he had. But at least he gets to, I don't know, have orange juice and not have to cycle a bike. Something. But yeah, I definitely appreciate the information you guys do send me via message and comments and all that kind of stuff about the episodes. Last episode of the season, so let's just go ahead and jump into this one, and we'll talk about it more at the old end.
Liam Foxwell, welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, little speech time. I've been mentioning this to everyone about their appraisals, and I just want you to know that this isn't a witch hunt for the deadwood. Okay, it's much more of a treasure hunt for the gold. Shit sinks, but also cream floats.
Yes. Yes, I see that.
A new area we're getting lots of play in, and your office could be at the centre for, is litigation in retrospective parenting cases.
Retrospective?
Bobby sues mum and dad for insufficient attention, leading to lack of confidence, leading to damages against earnings.
Right, and we're okay. The firm's okay with that ethically and morally.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
Are you?
Totally. Yeah. Yes.
Okay, Liam, look,
Like he is.
so if we invite you to stay with the firm in the new environment, what would have you do is pull an exhaustive redo with personnel maybe next week?
Oh, well, I was ready to do a big redo right now, but...
No, it's fine. Next week's fine. But I have to ask you this. They're not going to hit anything to freak us out, are they? They're not... There's no major deletions this quarter.
No, everything's well within parameters.
Great. Okay, Liam, this has been really great. Look, I really hope to look forward to seeing you again.
Okay, thank you. Airport, please.
Live. Breathe. Smell. Full spectrum memory. You could get a willow grain upgrade for less than the price of a daily cup of coffee and 3 decades of backup for free. In-store in-grain procedure with local anesthetic and you're good to go. Because memory is for living.
Okay, great. This has been really great, Liam. We really hope to look forward to seeing you again.
Some Neuralink going on there.
Mr. Foxwell, could you just rewind me your last 24 hours? Quad speed there for me, please. Great. And back that up for me, times 64 for the week. That's great. Enjoy your flight, Mr. Foxwell.
Yeah. So, how was the appraisal?
Well, they said they'd let me do a redo sometime next week, so...
Oh, but good?
We're
Later?
later. How's Jodie?
At home, Gina's babysitting.
Oh, Gina.
Hey,
Jonas, this is...
Liam.
Right? Yeah.
Join us. Dude.
Really nice to meet you. How you doing? You're right.
Good,
And,
thank you.
you know, Jeff?
Yes.
Yeah, you remember me and Jeff, because he would have shown you, I don't know, a redo of the side of his fridge, something like that.
Yeah. Piss off, Jonas.
Hello.
Hello. Your wife's been very mean to me tonight.
Oh, well, she's like that.
Yeah, tell me about it. Oh, you're right for a drink?
I'm fine, thank you, Jonas.
Nice one.
Yeah, cheers.
Colleen, come and meet Liam. He's,
Soon to be unemployed / unemployable lawyer.
Hi.
Hello.
And Jeff. Hi. Jeff and Fee used to run the parties down the Fraser Road with Paul and me. Mad old days. Before we started at the King's. So, yeah. So, Liam, what was it you had? Assessment?
Appraisal.
How'd it go?
Good. Well, it was a disaster, but, you know, I don't know.
Hard to gauge.
Yeah.
Well, let's have a look. Redo. We can appraise the appraisal.
Yeah, right.
Throw it up there and we can grade you.
I wouldn't want to do that.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Well, it could be fun. We could, vote. Paul?
Yeah?
And I work in recruitment, actually, so it might be quite useful for you going forward.
Right, okay.
Liam's going to redo his appraisal so we can give him marks. Notes.
Well, no, pointers, you know.
I think Liam would probably.
Yeah, do you know
Hey,
what,
guys, no, come on, seriously. That's not cool. I mean, Liam's obviously uncomfortable, so let's just drop it, yeah? Have a cool time.
It's huge with hookers. I mean, no offence.
I thought it was like a required thing.
Sure. Well, I'm pretty boring, one man at a time.
Ooh.
Serial monogamist.
I'm a serial monogamist. I'm staying faithful to my cornflakes right now.
Well, I think it's an interesting choice. Going grainless?
It's a brave choice.
I'm sorry, but
I guess you're restricted, like when it comes to flights and stuff.
Okay. I was going to play some redos from the Fraser Road days. Yay! Stuff from the last night. Depressing or fun?
You know, half the organic memories you have are junk, just not trustworthy.
Colleen works in brain development.
With half the population, you can implant false memories just by asking leading questions in therapy. You can make people remember getting lost in shopping malls they never visited, getting bothered by paedophile babysitters they never had.
I'm just happier now.
Okay, great, Liam. This has been really great. We really hope to look forward to seeing you again.
He looks forward to seeing you again, that's good.
Hopes to look forward.
We really hope to look forward to seeing you again.
It's phony.
Thanks for coming.
Hang on. Pause
Rock
it.
on.
Right, back up. Zoom in there. Come on, that's a tick.
That could be a V or an L.
It's a tick.
Or the start of a swastika. It's probably the start of a swastika. They were such pricks.
You have fun with the old gang?
Yeah.
Should we do that Jonas much?
No, not really.
It would be goofy enough to confront her about it.
He's a bit of a knob, isn't he? Bit of a dick. Jonas. Pulling himself off to his own relationship theories. That must be such a drag, Jonas, putting it about. And when he protected me from those arseholes. Hey, come on, guys. It's really not cool to redo another man's appraisals, dudes.
Then why invite him over?
I like him. You wanted me to invite him.
I didn't say anything.
You were laughing at everything he said.
You invited him.
It's obvious I didn't want him to come.
Wow, it's early. It's early to call it a night.
Well, just fancy a quick run down the pub?
Oh, you got to get back. Rescue Jodie from the paedophile babysitter.
Yeah.
But Jonas, why don't you come back to us for a nightcap if you want?
See?
It was obvious I didn't want him to come. I was being polite to a moron.
If you really don't want him to come, you can get rid of him. No, it's like a dormouse.
Big deal, big heartbreaker.
No, it's just a week. It's a weird week.
So a weird week or a month?
The point is, it wasn't a big deal.
Well, it's big enough to do your head in. Jonas, King Dormouse Dick of Marrakesh, did your head in. That was a nice night. Used to be.
You're getting obsessed.
I'm not.
We had all this with Dan. I don't want you going like that again.
He had little creepy beady eyes and he was always...
Well, acting like he was interested. And you know what? I think he probably did fancy me. And actually, he wasn't completely hideous. So in another life, I don't know. But nothing happened. And Jonas... he's an old fling. So what? Don't go all fucked up.
Oh, I'm fucked up, am I?
No, I mean, just...
No, that's brilliant, because sometimes you're a bitch.
Damn.
I didn't mean that. You're a bitch. I'd like you to erase that. You're a bitch.
Oh,
also,
no.
sometimes. You can't just edit off the word sometimes.
I'll be getting that thing removed too. I couldn't imagine, like, using that in fights and stuff. What a nightmare. Ugh. I mean, it explains the awkwardness, so it honestly should just end it there. Like, while she was acting kind of like weird. Nobody really owes you a breakdown of everybody they were with in the past and how it was and how the person was and their name and address and all that stuff. So
sorry, Fee. I know I go a bit weird and wonky sometimes.
Love you, you know.
Okay. Shut up. Oh, this is bizarre. So you're looking at when they used to have hot and heavy sex and they're just doing it Bourne style. This is so crazy and weird. They made fun of the dude for, I don't know. The guy was like rubbing it out to his old memories. That's essentially what they're doing but together, of themselves.
Reconstruction enabled.
Oh, wow.
Hey, it's good to see you.
Good to see you too.
I was nervous when I heard you were going to be here. It's weird, isn't it?
Morning.
Gina, over here. Come here a second. I just want your opinion. It's just a silly game.
She's like, oh, don't wrap me in this shit.
Just answer this.
No, I'm a serial monogamist. I'm staying faithful to my cornflakes right now.
Now, is that funny? There's no need to be nice. The man's a prick. Is that funny in your opinion?
Well,
No, I'm a serial monogamist. I'm staying faithful to my cornflakes right now.
no.
No.
I don't know.
You do?
Hey.
Morning.
What's this?
I'm just getting Gina's opinion on something.
No, I'm a serial monogamist. I'm staying faithful to my cornflakes right now.
I was just wondering because you found it funny, but it clearly isn't, and Gina agrees.
I don't really want to get involved. Gina, let me get you a cab. My dad's on his
Just
desk.
one other thing. We both want him to come back, but who wants him to come back more? In your opinion, off the top of your head, who wants him to come back more?
Dude, you are out of
Okay,
control.
well, bye.
Yeah, bye. Wow, it's early. It's early to call it a night.
Well, just fancy a quick one down the pub.
Oh, we got to get back. Rescue Jodie from the paedophile babysitter. That's a joke.
Yeah.
Sorry. But Jonas, why don't you come back to us for a nightcap if you want?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, ignore the joke. Who's more keen for him to come back?
I don't know.
You do know, Gina.
I'm so sorry, he's really hungover. It's okay.
You're gonna lose a babysitter. She may have just been doing a sympathy laugh. People give people sympathy laughs because nobody else is laughing.
I'm staying faithful to
They're
my
surprised
cornflakes
even
right now.
Goofball didn't laugh. The one in the black dress, she laughs at everything.
That is just objectively not funny. Anyone would say that's not funny.
That was fucking embarrassing.
Whatever you're queuing up, stop it.
Sit down, please. Do you see that?
You know, Jeff?
Yes. Yeah, you remember me and Jeff, because he would have shown you, I don't know, a redo of the side of his fridge, something like that.
Spot the difference.
You're drunk.
I'm the difference. He's the greatest guy in the world, and then I arrive and you clam. For clarity.
We're just talking.
But moments later, you're so stiff.
I don't know, a redo of the side
You don't know
of
how
his
to
fridge,
stand around
something
it.
like that.
Your gauges are all over the place, hot and cold.
This is just stupid.
But you can't hide it. Not completely. See how you look at him.
The less the relationship means, the more you spend on the wedding. I mean, really, you start obsessing about these tiny little details, like the thickness of the wedding invitation paper.
Now, how you look at me.
Well, I think it's an interesting choice, going grainless.
It's a brave choice.
I'm sorry, but
tell me you look at me nice like you look at him. You can't.
And how am I looking at you now, Liam?
How long did you go out with him for?
Does it matter?
You know, half the organic memories you have are junk. Just not trustworthy when it comes to little things. And big ones.
Is that Marrakesh? Does that look like Marrakesh?
Oh.
No. It's not Marrakesh. So how long did you go out with him for?
All right, about 6 months.
So not a week or a month.
You
6
lied
months.
Too many times, girl.
The ever-inflating romance. You're probably still going out with him.
Why am I on trial here?
What's been going on?
Nothing has been going on. It was... Christ, you know how it is when you first get with someone and then previous boyfriends come up.
He was never a boyfriend. He was always a weird week.
I downplayed it. I fudged it. It was...
You lied.
Not everything that isn't true is a lie, Liam.
What?
Hello?
Yeah, all right, he was a bigger thing than I made out, and yeah, he's sort of a dick.
Sort of? He's a massive...
And I liked him then.
Jonas, this is a nice place.
Hey, seriously, man, look, it's not cool you just walking in like this, and to be honest with you, it's a little bit weird.
Is that a Marrakeshian lamp?
Liam, do I have to call Fee? Did you guys have a row or something like that?
Sit down.
No, I'm all right.
Go on, sit down. It's not a bed, Travis, it's a chair.
Let's do it.
Do you want me to bounce this off your fucking head? I'm joking, Jonas. Bloody hell, I thought you were supposed to be cool, man. I thought you were meant to be fucking brilliant.
What's going on?
You do a good job being drunk. Play the drunk.
Yeah, that figures. Get some good stuff for the scrapbook.
I think you should go.
I don't blame you. I would have. Tell you what, let's have a look. Go on, chuck it on the screen. Don't be shy. Come on. I'm fucking joking again, Jonas. For goodness sake, you need to grow a sense of humour. It's uptight, isn't it?
Okay, Liam.
It's a lovely room, this.
Thank you.
Is this where you masturbate to images of my wife? Why do you do it in that room?
Okay, Liam, I want you to leave now.
Do you sometimes start in there and then finish in there? Because, well, it's pretty much your oyster, isn't it?
I want you to leave.
You're in no position to fight or anything.
Oh, well, that's
Too pissed.
Come on, mate.
Come on now, what are you doing? Don't do that. Come on now, you
Yeah, she freaking did it.
doing? Stand up, Jonas, come on.
Yeah, trying to get arrested. I wonder how bad things went. I think things got worse before he left.
Hey, what you want? Don't do that. Come on now! What are you doing? Stand up, Jonas.
Get out, you fucking prick!
I'll tell you what.
Stop it!
I'll tell you what you're gonna do. Yeah? You're gonna get every bit of Fion you've got in there, you're gonna select it all, and you're gonna wipe it!
Hello, police. I'm witnessing a serious assault at 5 Harvard.
Wipe it!
Lane.
Fuck off.
No, I don't have a brain for you to throw you. I don't have a brain.
Right?
Hello?
Either you wipe it,
Hello?
or I
Are
will
you there?
fucking gouge you myself.
Jesus.
Okay.
Just do what he says.
Not on your eye. In there. On there.
He's doing it.
He's about to accidentally kill this dude.
Now delete it all. The lot. Or I will crack your skull and I will gouge your fucking neck.
I'm doing it.
He this dude.
Stay away from my house!
Dude, I thought he was about to stab this guy in the neck, man. But yep. You're going to jail, though, still.
Now delete it all. The lot. Or I will crack your skull and I will gouge your fucking neck.
His wife definitely gonna leave him. And he's going to jail. Unless he deletes it all out of his brain, I guess.
Christ, what have you done?
Get into the good bit.
Hello, police. I'm witnessing a serious assault at...
Now delete it all. The lot. Or I will crack your skull and I will gouge your fucking neck.
No, she was cheating. Cold.
18 months ago in this room.
Cold-blooded. So it might not be his kid. Cold-blooded.
You know when you suspect something, it's always better when it turns out to be true. It's like I've had a bad tooth for years and I'm just finally getting my tongue in there and I'm digging out all the rotten shit.
That's not what it looks like.
Oh, did Jonas come round to read you a story?
No, it was...
A story about fucking?
It was when all the dance stuff was going on and you'd walked out.
For like 10 minutes.
For 5 days, Liam. No call, no nothing.
So you fucked him after 4 days? That's heroic. I mean, 3 days, that's admirable, but 4 days? I mean, you must have been gagging.
I was upset. We went for a drink. I got drunk. It shouldn't have happened. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I can't say anything else. I love you.
Did you use a condom?
Yes.
Because we didn't have any here. We were trying.
He had some
In his pocket.
in his car.
Was it his decision or did you make him wear one?
I made him.
And you saw him put it on?
Yes.
Show me then. Show me on there.
Jesus. God bless him.
I need to see it, Fee.
I deleted it. I wanted it to go away. I wiped the whole thing.
Did you?
Yeah.
So it's just a blank gap in your timeline.
Here.
Show me that then. No, no deleting it, not now. No.
This is crazy.
It's still on there, is it?
I'm sorry.
You have to show it to me, Fee.
Why?
Because I want to see it.
I love
Show it to me.
you. No.
Show it to me.
No.
Show it to me!
No!
Show it to me! I want to see it! I want to see what he looks like!
Jesus Christ.
This isn't me! Look at what you're doing to me!
I would just end the relationship. I couldn't. This is good. If you're going this freaking mad. God bless him.
Help.
Sorry. How can you do this to yourself? you torture yourself like that?
I love you.
I love you too.
He's gotta be looking at the memory, right?
Hello, Stinky.
What does he do in prison or something? Because he did something crazy.
Hey.
He said she didn't look at him like that. She did. Just not in that moment when they were at the table. This dude really played itself. Cut the thing out.
Brown or green?
Green? Dude, he was like pinching the meat. Find some tweezers. Gross. All right, man. That was a wild episode. I know Elon Musk said that's like the goal of like Neuralink is to be able to like go through and rewind your memories and all that kind of stuff and all that jazz. And I wonder if maybe he was watching the Black Mirror episode when he came up with that whole when he was talking about that stuff. I know the whole the Neuralink thing is the technology isn't new. They've been doing stuff like that for a while. It's just Neuralink is the one that's been it's supposed to make it accessible to without expensive surgery into like everyday people and yada yada yada. I know that's like the difference between the technology. So that technology's been around for a long time, and I know there's a lot of controversy and stuff around it. But he wants to do all this stuff with it. But of course, starting with like making helping with people who have disabilities and stuff like that. But it's kind of crazy that they're working on tech like that already, where they want where that's part of the goal is to rewind memory and stuff like that. But eventually, the government or somebody's just going to take advantage of the technology. It's not going to be it's not going to always be like in our favor. It's going to be used as that tool, evidence and stuff used against you. I mean, if you're not breaking laws, but that's kind of like what they'll say. If you have nothing to hide, you should be fine. That's that kind of like thing. But it's just wild to see this episode and just see stuff speaking about it and everything. But not necessarily mean it's going to come true anytime soon or necessarily in our lifetime, because a lot of times people speak about stuff and then you're not even close. It could be way further off than you expect, you know. But it was insane watching this guy go insane with everything. And technically, I get that he was upset that she slept with the guy within a few days, you know, of them breaking up, or like him leaving or whatever. But I mean, they just use the word broken up. But if he was gone for 5 days, then you weren't together. And I can definitely be frustrated and upset with the person I'm with if within 5 days, you know, they go and sleep with somebody. But 5 days, no call, no text, no nothing. You're not allowed to put a time frame on somebody. You're not allowed to tell somebody like when they're allowed to like move on with their life, when they're allowed to have a fling, how they're allowed to cope with like their stresses and stuff like that. You're not allowed to do that. You handle things the way you handle them by disappearing and not saying a word, and somebody's allowed to handle things the way they want to handle it. Whether it's like getting a drink with a friend, whether it's like having a fling on Tinder, like they're allowed to do it that way. And I guess you can make the argument that he's allowed to be upset with the actions of the person once he finds out about it as well, and in the relationship. But I mean, look at the result. He's completely miserable with the results of it, because at the end of the day, she didn't cheat. I thought she cheated until she said that it was a 5-day gap that it happened. And if he had a screenshot of the memories, and he can look at that online and see that it was the truth that happened at that one time. And he had to play it back for him, and all he did was drive himself crazy. Like, he wanted to like see the dude's junk and all that stuff. Like, you just hurting yourself. It was insane to watch this whole thing unfold, and how he was putting all these pieces together from memories and lip reading and all that kind of stuff, and how that device can just make you see a bunch of things that aren't there, and just break things down to just the situations, not your entire life. And people do that with relationships anyway. Whenever people talk about past relationships, and I've been guilty of it myself, but I try not to be. But like, where your past relationships, you only look at the negative, and you act like it was just like your past relationship was just all these negative things and nothing really good. But most people, when they have a past relationship, I should say most people, I'm gonna stick with that, where you've taken a lot of things from your past relationship and you've learned from it and you carried it into like your next one. So there is still positivity, even if you're like the person was abusive or whatever, you took something from it. So even if there's like the person had red flags, you carry that knowledge into your new relationship of what to look for. So there's like always something. So it's not always all bad, but and I say this like with most people, and I'm not, and I guess it's easy for me to say since I'm not, taking at the tail end of a beating and stuff. So I don't know, it's kind of hard to say. But like in that moment, I think he was just breaking it down to like segments and stuff, and it's just very bad to do that. And now that he was able to sit and actually take time and think and process and reflect on things, he's going through his memories and everything, and noticing she was giving him those same smiles and looks, and she did have that, she had that same love for him that he claimed that she only had for that guy, because of all this, he had insecurities and stuff like that. So it's just freaking crazy to watch all this unfold. I can imagine doing that stuff, and it kind of, I thought it was good, like like a dystopian type future where you're required to have it, and it looks like there are limitations put on you if you don't have that rice thing or whatever. I think that's what it was called, where because I could be wrong, but it sounds like when she was talking to the cops, they asked if she had one, and that's what kept him out of jail. Like, she didn't have the thing recording it or whatever. Like, when she was calling, or like, so like, to transmit it or whatever, I didn't hear the exact thing, but like you're given restrictions through life, because like when he was going through the airport as well, they were scanning so many weeks back and things like that. So it looks like you can choose not to have one, but it's gonna limit like the things you can do when it comes to navigating through modern life. So that's a good thing. And I think that's something they spoke about with the Neuralink as well, that they make it sound like a choice, but they're saying like later on in the future, like, you'll be able to upgrade it and all that kind of stuff. But one of the things that's gonna definitely restrict you is like how much like your income levels are, like the different models you can afford, and people who cannot afford it, they're going to be like left behind, because it's supposed to, the goal is to be to like boost your intellect and stuff as well. So if you're like, say you're going for a job, people who can't afford to have a Neuralink, of course your qualifications will be a lot lower. They're going to look for people who have like that higher IQ and stuff. So just because you grew up in a, like with less money, you're just screwed, you know. It's kind of wild to think about. It's like with how fast AI and stuff is growing and all this different tech, and you never know how fast it's gonna happen. And they're speaking, it's like looking at this future as well. It seems like I could be the from like the phone call as well, that just they don't take just people's witnessing things, because it's unreliable. People's memory is unreliable, like she was speaking, because I guess she says she works at the institute or whatever that works on it. That earlier when she was calling the cops, people's memory is unreliable, and that's why she couldn't do it. It's very the grain or whatever, the rice thing is very important, because it accurately records all your memories. You can replay it, because human memory is unreliable, yada yada yada. And what do you call it? They speak about that a lot in The Skeptic's Guide to the Universe. That's a really good book. I read that. And also, there's how fast AI is growing in like all the different fields right now. There's a book called The Singularity. That's pretty good too. It just, I don't know, I'm enjoying the show. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't want to go into like a rant about anything else, but this is really, really good. I enjoyed this episode. Pretty wild, man. Dude lost his entire family just going through that stuff. It's just, and I can imagine doing that, like getting really obsessive. I can imagine like you're, I don't know, we already overthink things already, and then you, like a lot of people do, when it can like push your anxiety to like such heights. And I don't know, think about like if you said something dumb and you think it was dumb, and you just overthink you saying something dumb, and you're like, maybe it wasn't that dumb, and then you convince yourself it wasn't dumb. You're like, yeah, it wasn't dumb, and then you kind of get past that spike of anxiety. But if you go through your memory, you look at it and you're like, oh crap, you confirmed that it was stupid, Like, how do you bring that anxiety like spike down? I don't know. Like, it's just like stuff like that. Like, how do you convince yourself that it was okay that you said that stupid thing? It's like just, and that's like a really small thing compared to all the other things, like what that guy went through with being able to go through and like scroll through memory lane in the old noggin. I always thought it'd be cool to go into your brain and look at memories. I always pictured it like, if you ever seen the movie Dreamweaver, as a Stephen King movie. One of the guys, like, he'll go into his own brain and walk around, and he has like all these file rooms and stuff like that. And I just thought that was the coolest thing. He'll actually go in there, and he needed to make space for stuff, so he'll like have like he'll burn stuff to make space in his brain. I just thought it was really, really cool how he did that, and that's how I pictured it. But when Elon Musk was first talking about being able to like go through memories, I pictured it like it was in Dreamweaver, that scene with the guy walking around his brain. But yeah, man, that is it. That is all for this one. Hopefully you guys are happy, safe, and healthy. I'll see you in the next one. Later.
What do you do with all the discarded files? I burn them.
I feel so bad, I got a worried mind. I'm so lonesome all the time. Since I left my baby behind on Blue Bayou. Go, 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 saving nickels, saving dimes, working till the sun don't shine. Looking forward to happier times on Blue Bayou. I'm going back someday.
Oh, don't tell me you threw away the lyrics to Blue Bayou. No, if I really can't let go of something, I'd sneak it back to an office I've got there where I keep all my secret stuff.
On Blue Bayou, on those fishing boats with their sails afloat, if I could only see that familiar sunrise through sleepy eyes.
Where do you keep all this stuff on Duddits? Oh, he's got a special section all his own on the 3rd level.
Can't stop thinking about the Duds lately. How about you guys?
Duds. It's this place. He's all around here, even though he's never been here.
This is our 20th year coming out here to Hole in the Wall. And fuck me, Freddy, here's to 20 more.
Yeah. 20 more.
Here's to Duddits, our dream catcher. Wish he was here.
To the duds.
To Douglas, Cabell.
To Duddits.